I would like to file a complaint. I would like to file a complaint. Marvel, I would like to, Joan Anthony, yeah, I just want to talk. That was too far. That was too much. That was too much, y'all. So, I just watched Avengers Endgame. That was a lot. And if you're watching this video, first of all, I had to write so many points, okay? If you're watching this video, you are watching this video 3 weeks after Friday, April 26th, because I wanted to give the Russos their props. I did not want to spoil the Endgame, so I waited the 3 weeks. That opening scene, like, I didn't cry, but when I tell you I hold my breath, because I was like, wow. It's like I knew it was coming, but like when it came, I was like, hold on. This is happening. The opening scene was basically Clint Barton, aka Hawkeye. You know, everyone knows he was in Infinity War. Everyone's like, well, why wasn't he in Infinity War? Well, he was hanging out with his family, just chilling. You know, teaching his little girl, I think her name was Lila or something. I can't remember, how to shoot a bow and arrow, and his little wifey over there, I can't remember her name either, was with their 2 sons. Their sons were playing, they're throwing the softball, and she was preparing the food. I think it was some kind of barbecue, I don't know. The little girl shot the arrow at the target. She made it bullseye, because Hawkeye's daughter, period. And after she made it, she went to go get the arrow back, because you know she's gonna do it again. They're playing around. They didn't know Thanos was coming, and she went to go get it. She didn't come back. Of course, she didn't come back. But Hawkeye's looking for everyone else, and ain't nobody else there. Everybody's gone, baby. So that was really sad. I'm not telling you the plot. I'm just telling you what I thought was like something that stood out to me. We saw Captain Marvel, who everyone thought she was gonna be the one to kill Thanos, but I said she wouldn't. She's not the one to kill Thanos. She's too new to kill Thanos. That's just how it is. She didn't kill Thanos. I can tell you that much right now. Helped Tony and Nebula get back to Earth, but she doesn't stay for that long. We see her more towards the final battle of the movie. And we got into it, and Cap is he's just, you know, Cap is like, he doesn't curse. He's good old 1940s American boy. He don't curse. Well, he was cursing up a storm in this movie. He dropped a couple bombs on us. Like, this is the last movie I'm in. Alright, Peter Stevens. Love you, King. Last movie I'm in, y'all gonna see it all. I'm wearing it all, because you know Chris Evans he has a potty mouth. So there you go. He let it all hang out. And let me get to the game. Let me get right here. I'm gonna say this right now. Right here, right now. Thanos dies like in the beginning of the movie. Thanos is dead. He's gone. I'll say this right here, right now. The moment we've all been waiting for. The person who kills Thanos is, in fact, Thor. Thor kills Thanos. Now, Thanos does get dusted in the end by our King Robert Downey Jr., Iron Man, aka Tony Stark. But Thor kills Thanos. After that, Thanos is dead. But Thanos that gets snapped by Robert Downey is Thanos from the past. This is Thanos. He is killed by Thor, Chris Hemsworth. Then we have the 5-year jump. 5 years is not the significance. They didn't force it 5 years ahead. The movie just is 5 years later. You know? So then we have Tony. Tony has a daughter. Tony has a daughter. Cap is sort of running some kind of like, it's like AA, but like for survivors of the snap. Matt is running an operation trying to find everyone else. This is her calling. But Tony has a daughter with Pepper. Her name is Morgan. They're cute together. Morgan is that little girl who she was at the world premiere press conference, I think, and everyone was like, "Who is this little girl?" That's Morgan. And they're really cute. She's 5, you know, because she went to see him when he figured out the quantum physics and how to time travel and everything. She was there. And they had this cute little scene where, like, they just were cursing, and it was like, it was cute. It was just cute because she's so cute, and he's cute, and he's such a dad. He's such a dad. The dad that Peter Parker never had. Then we cut to Thor. They're living on New Asgard. It's where the, you know, sort of he turns into a drunk, and if you ever want to see a fat suit wearing Chris Hemsworth, this is the movie for it. I mean, he had the beer belly. The beard was grown out. The hair was long. I like the hair. I like that. But he was just a drunk, a hot mess. You know, he really feels like he messed up because he didn't go for the head. Which he does, which is how he actually kills Thanos. But after the 5-year jump, I'm not sure if he's missing Loki. Because I think, I don't know, he's missing everybody. He feels like he failed the world. He turned into a drunk. And this is all, like, the remaining Avengers, like, not really, but Ant-Man, Black Widow, Hulk, Rocket, they're all trying to convince everyone else who's remaining after these 5 years, who's really not doing anything, to come and fight and go back in time, and it's gonna work. So Fat Thor agrees. He agrees because there's bear on the ship, which Rocket tells him, my man Rocket. And then they all go back in time. But before that, we see Bruce Banner and the Hulk. And they're, you know how it's like a story arc that Bruce Banner just wants him and the Hulk to sort of be this one perfect blend. We get that perfect blend. And it's really weird because we're seeing Mark Ruffalo. I feel like Mark Ruffalo gets something interesting each time. We're seeing Mark Ruffalo like he's the Hulk. And I just want to shout out to Paul Rudd. Paul Rudd, he really sold this movie, man. Like, this was a great movie in the first place. But Paul Rudd, he was whipping out those jokes one by one. And he is the reason why we're going back in time. So let us thank Paul Rudd. Ant-Man, come on. And Ant-Man actually finds his daughter. Because he wasn't snapped. He just came out the quantum realm like, hello. Something I want to talk about was the time travel. And this point was even made in the movie that time travel is supposed to be, well, the way it's in all media except for this movie. Like, time travel is, if I go back in the past, I'm gonna change the future if I do anything. Like, me. If I'm right here, okay, and I go back in the past, if me here goes back in the past, and I stop myself from watching Infinity War ever, like, this video wouldn't happen. If Captain America went back in the past, and he somehow got his future self not to agree to be turned into Captain America, there would be no Avengers, you know? But they say that in this movie, going back in the past is not going to affect the future whatsoever. I mean, we all know that doesn't make sense, but we're going to go with it. So, like, when they stole the Infinity Stones from whoever, it didn't change anything. They just allowed them to snap everyone back to life. Which I find that really weird. But I'll go with it because, you know, it's a creative choice. Then we got this awesome scene, which I loved, the Cap versus Cap fight. And it all started out with Captain America walking to that. When they were going back in time, 2012, it was him, Tony, and Ant-Man. They went back in time to the New York battle. Oh, and the Hulk. And it was really cool. And at first I thought we were going to get the elevator fight again, but we didn't. You know, the infamous elevator fight, which wasn't even 2012, but, you know, I thought he was just going to be like, yeah, it happened, I know it happened, let's do it again. But he got in the elevator, and they were trying to steal the Tesseract again, you know, the blue Infinity Stone, and he won the elevator, and then it was all cool, chill, and he actually got the Tesseract, and someone was like, and then Captain America was holding it in his beak. He was like, I'm gonna need the Tesseract. The secretary just told me I'm running the Tesseract, whatever. And then no one believed him. But you remember the elevator scene, guys, they all work for S.H.I.E.L.D., but they work for Hydra. And he knew that at the time because he went back in time, so all this Hydra stuff already happened. And he said, trust me. And then he's like, hail Hydra. And then they were like, okay. Which is sort of reminds me of like a comic book scene where Captain America started, I think he worked for Hydra. I don't know. But he basically fought like 20, whatever the future year this is, 20 something Captain America fought 2012 Captain America. And it was really fun. It was really fun. And then first, Captain America's little compass thingy, I think it's a compass, had the picture of Peggy on it, and it fell out of his pocket. In 2012, Captain America was like, where'd you get that? And they just kept fighting each other. They fell through like glass floors. It was so awesome. And then eventually 2012 Captain America had like modern day Captain America in a chokehold, and then modern day Captain America was like, Bucky is still alive. That really got him. And then he knocked 2012 Captain America out, and he just booked it. Then we have Natasha Romanoff's untimely death. Did not expect it to come out of this movie at all. I expected a lot of other things, but this was not one of them. Scarlett Jo, good job of keeping the secret, girl. So basically, Jeremy Renner, aka Hawkeye, and Scarlett Johansson, aka Natasha Romanoff, Black Widow, they went back in time to 2014, where Nebula and Gamora found the Soul Stone, but they hadn't gotten there yet. And as you know, Thanos had to kill Gamora because he loved her in the last movie to get the Soul Stone. But this time, they had sent Clint and Natasha, but nobody knew. They hadn't been in space, so I don't think anyone who was part of this entire time travel plan knew that someone had to die to get the stone. But basically, there's this whole mini battle between Natasha and Clint, and they're like, no, I'm dying, no, I'm dying, no, I'm dying, no, I'm dying, until they were both hanging off the cliff, and Natasha just let go. She let go, and she said this was her job. She had nothing, but now she has something. And so basically, and then there's a point where everyone returns. I'm skipping towards the final battle, where every single person returns because of Doctor Strange and Wong's little magic, and everyone returns talking. Peter Parker, Peter Quill, Mantis, Drax, Valkyrie shows up. Honey, the world is just like, we're all shook. Tom Holland looks great, and everyone just shows up to the battle like boom boom. And like, I mean, this is a battle. This is a dark, dusty battle. We thought Infinity Wars had, you could barely see what was going on in this battle. All you knew is if you saw some red, something, it was somebody you liked. And this was when the advents 2014 Thanos, Nebula, and Gamora all found out that they were planning to take the stones again. And so they followed everyone, and they came back into the future, which I forgot how they did that. They came into the 5-year later thing, I think that's what it was. And when that happened, it was really something. Like, they came back, and that was a dusty fight. I was honestly concerned for, like, the entire team. I was like, I don't know. Thor's weak-ish. The Hulk had burned himself because he used Infinity Stones to snap everyone back. So thank you, Hulk, for snapping everyone back. A lot of stuff happened. And then the final battle, it was like heart-wrenching. Like, I couldn't breathe. Like, I was like, I couldn't. But then, something happened. Something big, baby. something happened, we all knew it could happen. We've been saying it since Age of Ultron. Captain America held Mjolnir. Because Thor went back in time to wherever he went when his mother, the day his mother died. That's where he went, and he got Mjolnir, and he held that thing. Captain America, he fought with it. He fought with it, and Thor was like, I knew it. And it's just like, he's worthy. And then we got something that was basically sad. It was basically really sad. How Tony was basically at this point Peter's father. Tony hugged, and Peter came up talking to Tony like nothing ever happened. He was like, oh my god, Doctor Strange is blah blah. He was really like, I don't know, he was really excited for someone who just got snapped and came back. But Tony, he was looking at the kid like, I love you, and he hugged him. He gave him this hug, and Peter was like, oh, this feels nice. And it was happy, but then after the fact, it was sad. And then we got this awesome shot of all the ladies, all my girls. I'm talking Scarlet Witch, Okoye, everyone was fighting together. Captain Marvel, they all came for the kids. They took down that little army, okay? They were taking them down. All the ladies, every Marvel lady you could think of. I'm talking the Wasp. The Wasp. Everyone was there except for, Black Widow or Queen. Everyone was there. Shuri was there, okay? Everyone. They came for the kids. That was a moment in our history I would never, moment in time I would never want to forget. And then we came to what was the saddest part of the movie. I cried. Tony's death. I never wanted to see Robert Downey Jr. die. I never wanted to see Tony, Iron Man, anyone die. But it happened. He used Infinity Stones. What did he do with them? He snapped Thanos and his army away. He snapped everything Thanos related away. But, the power was too strong for the Hulk. It burned the Hulk. It's gonna kill Tony, which it did. And it was so sad because he just sat down and he like froze a little, but he was still breathing. He was like, and like his face was moving just a little bit, And War Machine, Rhodey, that's his baby, his BFF, his best friend, came there. He just looked at him like at first he's like, I'm gonna give you hope, but like, I know what's happening. Then Peter came and he's like, just start. He just really gave us like emotion as if Robert was really dying, which he was, and he was like bright his face. He just and it was heart wrenching. Like my heart was coming out of my chest. And then Pepper, she said we're gonna be okay. And by we, I thought she meant all of them. She meant Morgan and her, and I was like, wow, okay. So he's really dying. He's not gonna he's really dying. And she Gwyneth Paltrow, she gave us a goop cry, and he died. And they had a funeral, but we didn't see a casket or anything. I think that was like, I don't know where that body went, but she had flowers and she just sent him off to the ocean. Little Morgan was there, sad and everything. I mean, everyone you could think of was at the funeral. They gave us shots. They gave us everyone. We had Michelle Pfeiffer, Nick Fury, okay? Everyone was at that funeral. Aunt May. Happy was at the funeral. Captain America, Chris Evans, he warned us it was his last time. I said, okay. Be amazed. He didn't die. I said, he's gonna die. Robert's gonna live. No, it's not the way around. Captain America. He had to, we had to return the stones because the Ancient One explained if we don't return the stones, new realities. So he went to return the stones, and I was really confused if he went to the 40s or the 70s. I don't really know what was happening. think he went to the 70s, but he turned the stones and he just didn't come back himself. And when they tried to bring him back in the realm, I guess, we saw him. It was Bucky who spotted him. Old Steve Rogers sitting with the shield by his side. And, you know, old man Steve Rogers is there. And the last shot we saw was Steve kissing Peggy. I mean, what kind of ending was that? Wasn't really an ending. Steve Rogers in the 70s kissing Peggy, who was still alive at the time, wasn't really a way to end the entire series. It was a way to end Chris Evans. It's a very sad moment in our history. He didn't have a final line, but he did say Avengers assembled during the battle when everyone else showed up. I waited so long. And then we have what I knew would happen this whole time. I knew if we ever got rid of Chris Evans, Anthony Mackie, aka Sam Wilson, aka the Falcon, was going to become our Captain America because it was in the comics. Now, he did this. He was shook. He became Captain America. Did I want him to? I wanted Bucky to be Captain America only because that's Steve's original best friend. But I get it. I want to talk. Oh my God, there's an Endgame ad on my TV. Okay, I want to talk about the sacrifices the Avengers made. Each original 6 original Avengers made a sacrifice. Some weren't. Some were. You know what I mean? Some weren't as important. Some were. You know, but it's all subjective. Iron Man. Obviously, he risked his life. He said he didn't want to destroy the family he'd come across in the 5 years. Get that? He didn't. He destroyed himself. Do I think he knew what he was doing? I don't think he meant for himself to die. I really don't. I think he meant America. I don't know if this man is gonna like age or die or something. You know, I really don't get that. Because I mean, the super serum, I'm sure it did something for his youth, but he came back old. But I think he's supposed to be like 80 years old. He looks like 65, like a calm 65. So I don't know. He sacrificed his shield, being Captain America, his youth. He offered love. I mean, you know, his driving force has been Peggy. Not really. He said she actively sacrificed her life on purpose. This is one thing I think was on purpose. She wanted to go because after being an assassin and all that, she just wanted to be like, this is my good thing that I'm doing, and this is it. She sacrificed her life for that stone. In this sense, he sacrificed Natasha. Bruce Banner, he did not sacrifice Natasha. He loved Natasha. Bruce Banner, he kind of, I guess he sacrificed both his anger and the Bruce Banner feature, because he looks like Bruce Banner but is not. But Hulk he doesn't get angry anymore. He's just being Bruce. So Thor, you know, Thor sacrificed his planet, I guess, his mother. I feel really sad that Loki, I think he's actually dead because he didn't come back. Though, you know, I don't know. I think Loki's really dead, which is really sad for me. He appeared for one shot, like 5 shots in the movie, but he's dead. Gamora, and I don't really get this because 2014 Gamora is still out there. She helped to snap away Thanos, but Gamora in modern day, she's dead. Don't really get that. And of course, Natasha timeline that I have figured out. I sat there and I was like, wait, if Spider-Man Far From Home takes place after this movie, how can Peter still be in high school? But this movie is 5 years after Peter's like sophomore year or something, I figured it out. So in this in the shot after like Tony's funeral, where everyone is returning to life, you see Peter, Parker, and Ned. It was really emotional for Ned. They are all returning to high school, all the high school kids. And you also see when Peter comes back, he doesn't look like a day he looked like. It's like the same day, which it probably was. I don't know, something weird going on. I don't really know. But figured it out. Far From Home is, since it's the last movie in phase 3, that means Far From Home is taking place right after Endgame, but the kids are still in high school. They haven't aged. Physically, they haven't aged. I don't know if they're like, how old are we, like 20, 21 now, but they haven't aged. Yeah. I'm gonna go, be sad. Yeah, like, comment, subscribe. Tell me your timeline theories. Tell me any theories you have. Tell me just even what you thought about this like whole movie. Tell me what you think the next few movies are gonna be after Far From Home. Tell me if anything you liked.